River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara at the Air Force Base in Port Harcourt. Governor Fubara and former President Jonathan have arrived at Rumolomeni community in Obiakpo local government area where the Trans-Calabari Road flag-off will take place. Recall that River State Executive Council approved 222.1 billion naira for the construction of the road, which will pass through the 3 Calabari local government areas of Akokotoro, Asaritoro, and Degema, and others. Away from that, fire destroyed several valuable items at the female hostel of the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education on Sunday. Vice-Chancellor of the University of Kichuku Anachuku tells correspondent Mekotoka that the fire was caused by a female student who was cooking in the hostel. Now, he said the quick response of students, the Nigerian Navy Fire Service, and the Federal Fire Service prevented the fire from spreading to other sections of the hostel. Professor Onachuku confirmed that no lives were lost to the incident. He said the female student responsible for the fire will face disciplinary action for violating the university's no cooking in the hostel rule.
That looks like a laundry started fire completely. It was to enter into the main building, but the students tried as much as possible, to stop that. And we were able to call Nigerian Navy. They came with their fire service equipment. Then the Federal Civil Service fire service also came in with their equipment. But the most important thing is that no life was lost, and we were able to arrest the situation for water not to enter into the main hostel. The female students will face disciplinary action, basically, because there is a rule nobody should cook in the hostel. But this one has exposed ourselves, they have to face disciplinary action.
Meanwhile, the River State Civil Society Organization RIFSCO is calling on the River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara to extend his ongoing gestures to critical sectors that urgently need attention. The RIFSCO chairman NFA George will make the call while commending the governor for paying over 300 local government workers whom he said were unjustly dismissed by the chairman of Emoha and Ahoda West local government areas.
As we are all aware, the responsibility to employ, sack, promote, and punish LGA workers reside with the Local Government Civil Service Commission and not the local government area chairman. As the former civil society coalition in the state that is quick to condemn actions of government, we have deemed it necessary to commend the governor for listening to the voice of reason by paying these LGA workers who have been owed for over 2 years. Well done, Your Excellency. We pray your government continue in this step in other sectors in the state like fire service, agriculture, IT, etc. that need your urgent attention.
Moving on, the whereabouts of Mamwe Okogubule Eyinda, a middle-aged woman from Elibrada community in Emoha local government area, remain unknown 5 days after she left for her farm. A family member, Kennedy Wede, tells correspondent Mekotoka that Mrs. Eyinda went to harvest cassava but did not return as expected, causing anxiety among her family. Now, he said the family, along with youth and community members, organized a search and discovered her uprooted cassava tubers, slippers, wrapper, machete, and bag at the farm. He appealed to the people of Emoha and anyone with information about her whereabouts to report to the nearest police station. He said the matter has been reported to the police. However, the police have yet to speak on this matter. In another development, the River State Police Command says it arrested a security guard identified as Meshach Monday for alleged car theft along Aba Road in Port Harcourt. The spokesperson for the State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, disclosed this in a statement issued on Sunday. The police alleged that the suspect stole a customer's car undergoing repairs at his place of work and attempted to sell it before luck ran out of him. Elsewhere, Justice Ian Ekwo of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed the request by alleged terrorist negotiator Mohammed Tukur Mamu seeking his transfer from the custody of the Department of the State Service (DSS) to the Kuje Correctional Center. Delivering the ruling today, Justice Ekwo held that the federal government raised the issue of incessant jailbreaks in prisons as a major ground to oppose the request for transfer to Kuje. In other news, Nigerian Army says it has rescued 387 families of Boko Haram fighters from the Sambisa forest. The 387, comprising men, women, and children, were rescued by hybrid forces of the Sector 1 Northeast Joint Task Force operation in Kai. The troops also recovered several vehicles and equipment initially seized by the terrorists from the Nigerian army at the peak of the insurgency. Still to come, CBN reverses directive on cybersecurity levy. Stay with us.
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Meant a controversial 0.5% cybersecurity levy on electronic transactions. The decision of the Apex Bank to withdraw the circular followed the public outrage that trailed the announcement of the policy 2 weeks ago and the suspension of the levy by the federal government last week. Now, the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, says Nigeria's crude oil production is close to 1.7 million barrels per day. He said this while addressing stakeholders at an engagement between the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists and the NNPCL in Lagos. He said the 1.7 million barrels per day is a boost from 1.28 million barrels reported in April. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Daddy Shoki says he once narrowly escaped being burnt alive. The singer, who narrated his time in a gang on a podcast, recounted how they found some guns which they used to terrorize the locals during their activities. And one day they were caught. He said he narrowly escaped death, but one of his gang members was not so lucky. In sports, Super Eagles captain Williams Troost-Ekong has won the 2023-2024 Greek Super League title with PAOK FC. PAOK sealed their 2-1 away victory with 80 points from 36 matches, 2 points clear of rival AEK Athens.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Iran has declared 5 days of mourning for its President Ibrahim Raisi, who was killed in a helicopter crash on Sunday. Iran's Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian was also killed in the crash, along with several others. The helicopter, one of the 3 traveling in a convoy, crashed in heavy fog in the north of the country. The late President Raisi was heading to the city of Tabriz in the northwest of Iran after returning from a dam opening ceremony on the Azerbaijan border. An election for a new president is due to take place in the next 50 days.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Former President Goodluck Jonathan will commission the Trans-Calabari Road today. Governor Fubara has been urged to prioritize critical sectors. Court has dismissed terrorist negotiator Mahmoud's request for transfer from DSS custody. Now, the CBN has reversed its directive on cybersecurity levy. On the foreign scene, Iran has declared 5 days of mourning for President Raisi, who was killed in a helicopter crash on Sunday. The news was edited by Martha Okerenkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwumonyali. Many thanks for listening.